Okay, so today we're going to go over the K-1 visa and how to get this process started. This is the way that I did it. Was able to get a successful petition for my wife to come to America. I didn't have, one shot and it was done as far as filing this initial paperwork, and that's what we want to go over today is the initial paperwork to get it started. The form to get it started is a I-129f. You can download that off of the website. Basically, that's what you need to file first. This K-1 visa. You can include a K-2 if your fiance has any children to bring them as well. We're going to go over all the requirements that the government's going to require from you to actually be able to complete the form. So how much does it cost to file the form? As of right now, it is $535 for the filing fee alone for the form. I've got a lot of notes written down here. I want to go over this relatively thoroughly so that I try not to miss anything. I'm going to refer to these notes quite a bit. So how long does it take to file this form or to get this form approved? From what I've read up at this point, it's 5 to 7 months, and it's just due to the COVID and slowing everything down. So when I did it, it was about 4 months, and that was in 2019. And after that 4 months, I was contacted, with an approved petition from the National Visa Center. So, and at that point, I was able to move forward with the process. This I-129f form is, like I said, the very beginning. It's a long process, and at times can be pretty stressful. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you some tips on one of the important requirements that you're going to have to do to fulfill your obligations to this form, I suppose. So what documents are you going to need? You're going to need your proof of your U.S. citizenship, birth certificate, passport. I believe I used a passport and a birth certificate. Sending too much is always a little better. They don't want any original copies unless they actually specify that they want an original copy or an original form. So you'll send copies of everything, not original forms unless specifically requested for that. You're going to have to fill out a form. Basically, it's just a statement of intent to marry your fiance once she arrives in the United States. There's a form online. I can link you to that in the description. I'll link that and as well to the I-129f form. You can fill it out, or you can just handwrite it. I would always, if you handwrite it, that's what I did, and it's just very basic. State that you have full intentions of marrying your fiance once she gets to the United States within a 90-day period. You'll sign that. Mine, I took it to a notary and signed it in front of a notary. what else? You're going to need your income statements, W-2, proving that you're 125% above the poverty level as far as your income goes. And that's going to go, that poverty level is going to depend on how many dependents you have in your family. So if you're bringing like your fiance, her daughter, you're going to add those as dependents, and that as well is going to raise the income requirement. Let's see. You're going to have, if you're previously married, you're going to have divorce records. That's obvious there. And if your fiance happened to be previously married, I've heard it's really difficult for them to get divorced in the Philippines. But you know, my wife was single at the time, but they'll have to get a proof that they're actually single. Some kind of paperwork, singleness. I don't know. They can go to their local city offices and actually get that printed out. You're gonna have to have proof that you've met in person. We'll go over that a little bit later. There's a lot of stuff there that you're going to want to make sure that you're doing when you do go. My suggestion to you to file this form, it's like 13 pages long. It can be really, really confusing. I went ahead and hired a lawyer for this part of the process. Getting this form filed and getting the petition to bring them over is really important. I didn't want to take or have any kind of opportunity to have that application denied. I would suggest you probably do the same thing. I've known, I actually have a friend that filled out a petition on his own, and lo and behold, he probably missed one little thing on there, and the entire petition was denied. If your fiance's documents are not in English, they're going to have to get certified English translation for those documents. But the Philippines is pretty good about their documents being in English, so that's generally, I didn't run into that issue at all. Let's see. So after you get all this stuff filled out, all the paperwork that you're required to submit, then you get your lawyer to go ahead and do it. If you're filing a K-2 along with your K-1, the K-2 is for the fiance's children if she has any. Your lawyer's going to charge you. Well, my lawyer charged me $750 for the initial, just the I-129f with the K-1. I added her, my stepdaughter to the petition with a K-2, and he charged me another $250 to add her onto there. So we were close to $1,000 by the time everything was said and done with the lawyer, which was pretty decent, and he was pretty good. So he made sure everything was done, kept in communication with me, and yeah, so that all turned out really well. So back to this having to visit your fiance. I can tell you what I did. They use, this is just the first step, this I-129. So there's going to be plenty of more steps, and I'm going to follow through with those all the way to the end until I have my wife stepping off the plane in America. We'll go over some of the issues that I had, things that extended the process just a little bit, so I can maybe try to help you avoid some of that stuff. But when you do go over, make sure you document everything that you do there. Keep your plane ticket stubs. If you buy something over there, keep the receipt. Take plenty of pictures, you and her together. Make sure there's time stamped. You need dates on those pictures. Anything that you think that might prove that you're there is going to be great for the application or the entire process altogether. Those pictures and that proof are going to be used more than once during this process of bringing them over. Let's see, where was I at? Yeah, that's for the most part it. I mean, like I said, my suggestion is to get all your documents together. Make sure. Oh, I was going to tell you, I went there as far as the length of time to visit over there. The first trip I made over there was it was a week. I spent a week over there. And I think that's about the minimum requirement that once she goes for interviews and stuff like that, that they're gonna accept. The longer the better. So I went back a second time and I actually stayed 4 months. So I had plenty of proof I was there, and there was going to be no second guessing the fact that I was bringing her over here with intentions of marrying her. So that's pretty much it. In the description, I'll link the for the forms, the I-129f, and I'll link the the intent to marry form as well. But they're easily found through the website. So, but I'll put them in the link, and here in the next few days, we'll move on to the next step. So, if you think that what I've told you here, I've tried to be as thorough as possible with this, and I could have missed something. You guys, tell me in the comments if I've missed something. Maybe the next video I can go back over that. But this is just the 129F form, and my suggestion of to get a lawyer. I can't say that enough times. You mess this form up, and then who knows how long it's going to take after that. So, but yeah, we're going to go all the way through. This series of videos that I'm going to put up here is going to go all the way through the process that I did and was able to get her over here successfully. If you guys think you're going to be interested in something like that, subscribe, or get the hit the little, I think it's alert button or whatever it is on there, and when I put a new video up, you'll get an alert that it's up. But like I said, a few days I'll put another video up with the next step in the process that I took. So everybody have a good day, and if you're doing this petition, I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks a lot.